Hey, what is up, guys? It is your favorite little flame dude here, Inforri, and in today's video, we're going to be comparing Season 1 of My Hero Academia to Black Clover, and why I believe they're both really worth a watch, and why I don't think all the blind hate towards either one is warranted. So a lot of people call both of these series just clones of each other because they have a very similar premise. Basically, the main character of Black Clover is Asta, and he wants to become the world's greatest wizard, also known as the Wizard King. Well, the main protagonist of My Hero Academia, Izuku Midoriya, wants to become the world's greatest hero, aka the #1 pro hero in the world. Now, on a surface level, they both seem to have pretty much the exact same plot. They both were born with no special abilities. In Black Clover, he has no magic. In My Hero Academia, he was born without a quirk, aka a superpower. So, you can see why a lot of people compare these series for being very similar. And a lot of people, since My Hero Academia is a tad more popular, accuse Black Clover of just being a cheap clone and that you shouldn't really watch it and it's not worth your time because, it's just My Hero Academia, but not as good, which I personally disagree with because there's a lot of small, subtle differences that separate each other. Another thing also to keep in common, this isn't really like a unique storyline in anime. For goodness sakes, I mean, One Piece, Luffy wants to become the Pirate King, so I mean, there's that, and he starts off with no special ability. He needs to go get the Devil Fruit to go get that, so I mean, there's that. And Dragon Ball Z, he wants to just be the strongest dude that ever lived, I haven't seen Dragon Ball, so I don't know a lot about it, to be honest, so don't take my word on that, really. But I guess just as a basis, a lot of these animes have to do with, becoming the best they can be. So that's not really excusing it, because I guess you could say that's lazy writing and it's copied a lot of things, but it's how they go about these things. So in My Hero Academia, Deku never trained her at all, and he was just this meek little kid who studied heroes. My Hero Academia, in my opinion, focuses a lot more on the mental aspect, because Deku's always trying to find creative new ways to solve his problems and how to overcome things. Now this video is going to contain light spoilers, so basically if you've seen Season 1 of either of these animes, you'll be fine, or if you don't care, join us with. But as many of you know, Deku has the quirk One for All, which gives him immense strength, but in Season 1 it significantly damages his body and he needs to train to get stronger. So instead of, just skipping 6 months ahead for like an epic training montage where he suddenly gets super buff and masters his quirk, instead he finds creative ways of using it, like just using it in one finger.
I'll focus on what I can do right now!
So he doesn't, kill himself, basically. Now in Black Clover, when Asta gets his anti-magic sword, it's less about, I guess, the mental aspect of it, because he's not finding really, I guess, super creative ways to use his sword. Don't get me wrong, he does find creative ways to use his sword, like once he was cursed and he cut himself to remove the curse, which, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a badass moment, but it's a lot more about like the physical aspect of it and the teamwork, because Asta really relies on his team more than Deku does. I'm not saying Deku doesn't work together, but especially in Season 1, Deku really doesn't collaborate a whole lot with his classmates because it's a lot more about individual growth, where Black Clover seems to be more about the group growth. Now, as much as I do love Black Clover, I'm obviously a little bit biased towards My Hero Academia, considering that he's my avatar, he's my desktop background, he's my banner, and well, you're watching My Hero Academia 1's Justice 2 gameplay in the background. So yeah, obviously I like My Hero Academia, maybe just a tad more than Black Clover, but my Twitter profile picture and banner are both Asta from Black Clover, and I really like Black Clover. It's just, I found it after My Hero Academia, and right now I'm only in the middle of Season 2, so I mean, I'm not sure yet. I mean, I might honestly end up liking it even more than My Hero, but we'll see. But one of the biggest things that do set these series apart, in my opinion, is the animation quality. I do think My Hero Academia is better animated. Black Clover isn't quite as tightly animated. Not saying it looks bad or anything, they're both really beautiful series in their own right. But what I want to digest next is the fight scenes. So in My Hero Academia, not saying it's lazy, like a lot of people do, but basically it's kind of like the hype fight, you know what I'm saying? So basically they build up this hype for anticipation for all these big fights, while they really just go on to who can punch harder. There's not like a whole lot of creative choreography, and that's a lot of the, I guess, criticism that's been given to Horikoshi about My Hero Academia. While the fights in Black Clover are multi-episodes of more layered fighting. It's more creative tactics. It's not just the whoever can hit the biggest blow wins. And honestly, I wish Black Clover's animation was a little bit better, because I really feel like the fight scenes could really shine. I love My Hero Academia's fights because they really, really do a great job of getting you hyped up and the emotion. And every fight is much, much bigger than just the surface level of two people punching each other. A lot of these fights are more about, what it really means. Like in Season 1, the fight against Nomu and All Might, for example, isn't just, a fight because, ooh, cool, badass fight, It has some thematic value. It's supposed to show that, All Might is the most badass hero in this world. But at the same time, when he says at the end of the fight that, back in my heyday, I could beat this dude in like 2 or 3 punches, like it really shows that All Might's gone down in power. And now, a lot better examples are in the future seasons, so I'm not going to spoil those, but eventually in Season 2, there's called the Sports Festival arc, and that has a lot of really, really great fights. And, if you're only on Season 1, I really suggest going to watch Season 2, because it's beautiful. Well, in Black Clover, despite the animation being weaker, they're more heavily choreographed. Like, Asta tries to find creative ways to beat his opponents, and then the flexibility with all the magic and creativity, there's a lot of interesting things going on the screen. But, in my opinion, each fight has a little bit less weight. Now, this is technically Season 2 of Black Clover, but there is a few fights in there that I've seen so far that honestly do carry a lot of weight, and I want to do like a future comparison when I'm done with both series, or at least caught up with both of them, to explain more, but this is just kind of my Season 1 impressions. But anyways, I really do think both of these series are really worth checking out, because Black Clover has more of the team building aspect and just working together with your peers, and more heavily choreographed fights with really creative ways to solve the solutions, while My Hero Academia is more about the individual growth, in my opinion, and it's more about hype fights and building up very big emotions to be all released in epic fight scenes, which may be less choreographed. But anyways, that's just a little video talking about these two series, because I love them honestly, and I haven't seen a lot of comparison videos about them, so I thought I'd just make a little quick fun one. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoy the new style of my videos. I got some criticism on a few of my past videos, and I really think, like I said in my 100 sub special, I need to up my quality. I gotta up it again. I gotta keep upping it, and surpassing it till I get to the greatest content creator on this website, which may or may not happen, but we'll see. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye! Supposed to